Hi friends, today I'm going to be sharing my favorite and least favorite title track from all the groups I love. I'll also share my bias, cause why not do it? Please remember, these are my opinions. Just because I don't like a certain doesn't mean I don't think the artist deserves recognition for their hard work. It's simply not my taste. I also wanted to mention that I'm solely talking about the song when I rank my favorites and least favorites. Although I do mention the music video and concepts a lot, these choices were based off the song's melody, musicality and the song's energy. Starting off with a banger, Miss Suha is my bias from Idol and holds the title of my alt bias. I had a brief period where Minnie was my bias when Latata came out, but Suha stole my heart with her cheeky remarks and playful attitude. Watching her confidence grow has been a blessing. Moving along to my favorite title tracks. 𝐤𝐲 has held number 1 since that day it was released. I'm a sucker for anything with a hip hop inspired melody and dance, so I'm a little biased with this one. 𝐤𝐲 is indeed threatening to drop 𝐥𝐞𝐭'𝐬 from her first place podium, but she's holding on tight for now. I hate to do this, but oh my god, holds the ranking as my least favorite. After such an intense build up, I expected something amazing from the chorus and I didn't get it. However, the concept, verses and pre-chorus are all masterpieces, so I still listen to it from time to time. I do, however, hope that Idol pursue another comeback with a dark concept with a song that better suits it, such as something more rock-esque like Piri by Dreamcatcher. My bias in 𝐴𝐵𝐼NK has quite recently changed to 𝐬𝐳, not for any specific reason other than her vocals captivate me all the time and I always find myself waiting for 𝐬𝐳's part in an 𝐴𝐵𝐼NK song just so I can hear her voice. Moving along to my favorite song, 𝐷um 𝐷RUM knocked Mr. Chu off the top spot when it came out. It was truly my song of the year, and the melodic chorus was such a dream to listen to as I rode my longboard around my village during the summer. It's already nostalgic. Okay, say it with me. 𝐴𝐵𝐼NK no bad songs. I had to put this as my least fav simply because I never tend to click for it, but I wouldn't necessarily skip it if it came on. To be honest, I think I would like it a lot more if it weren't for those annoying synthesized beats after the chorus. It just sounds like a kid pushing a button repeatedly. Let's go! My bias is Mr. Moonbin. I just remember watching the Baby music video for the first time and being like, yo, if I could see that dude smile every day I would be cured of mental illness. Just kidding, but no, for real, I'm always drawn to Moonbin's positive energy he portrays whenever he performs. As for my favorite song, Baby has held the top spot for the last 3 years. Nothing quite compares to the sheer joy I feel whenever I hear this song. Need serotonin? Listen to Baby at high volume right now. The music video is also an added bonus. Bright color coded things make me happy. For me, All Night holds the spot as my least favorite. I don't have a strong dislike towards it. It was just quite generic in my opinion and probably would have been more suited as a B-side. 𝐤𝐳 has been my bias since late 2017. I love this girl with my whole heart. She is literally so sweet and deserving of everything she gets. She's so humble and appreciative and it just makes me heart swell. I know many have subjective opinions on her voice, but I think when YG doesn't make her strain it, that she is an amazing vocalist. Playing with Fire has consistently remained as my favorite song since I first listened to Blackpink in 2017. I can't describe it, but this song just makes me feel something. It's probably the most standout song from Blackpink in my opinion. However, I will say that Lovesick Girl's in a very close second. My least favorite song from Blackpink is Ice Cream. People seem to either love or hate this song. For me, I won't go as far as to say I hate it, because I feel like that discredits the hard work done, but I really do not like it. The crescendo in the chorus really was just executed poorly and fell really flat in my opinion. The lyrics are just unlistenable sometimes, like WTF is, quote, snow cone chili get it free like Willy and the jeans like Billy you be poppin' like a wheelie, unquote. I'm sorry, but I just strongly dislike this song. Yes, my bias is the leader of the century, Lord Namjoon. This man has my whole heart. I am very much a women simp, but oh how I would jump off a cliff for Namjoon. He has been my bias since I wanna say idol era. I think I'm so drawn to him because I envy his leadership and public speaking abilities. Due to being a shy socially anxious frog, my favorite title track often shifts from War of Hormone, Blood, Sweater and Tears and Just One Day, but currently it is Just One Day. The song as a whole holds characteristics of a 2000s R&B song, which is just my ideal song overall. The verses flow so perfectly into chorus despite the absence of a bridge, and overall makes for an almost warming and comforting listening experience. A true masterpiece. As for my least favorite title track, it is definitely Fake Love by far. I think I listened to this song once or twice and was like, cool music video, and that was it. The next time I heard it was probably a year and a half later at the BTS Speak Yourself tour. I love the concept, but the song did not hit it for me. It is too inconsistent and repetitive for me, and the lack of a standalone chorus is not something I normally enjoy in songs. My bias and dream catcher changed to Dammy a month or so ago. I fell victim to the Bang 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 video. I really did. Dammy has always been my bias wrecker, but she really came for me recently. Once Boca was released and we got the iconic I'm a Geek, the big paradox, I was like, MHM, that's my GF. So my favorite title track is Scream. It used to be Chase Me. However, Scream was what actually got me to start properly paying attention to Dreamcatcher, so I'm probably biased. It's an amazing song. I still listen to it all the time. I don't know what it is about this song, but they really just popped off like damn song of the year alongside Dum Durum. Odd I would have to be my least favorite title track, but it still slaps so hard. Like they literally have no bad songs. It was so difficult to pick, and to be honest I think Odd I will probably grow on me more as I continue to listen to it. Haeyoung has been my bias in From S9 since I began to stan them late last year. I love this girl with my whole heart. I was drawn to her straight away the moment I watched them perform. What made her become my bias for definite was the video of her crying on set because she missed Flubber, their fandom name, so much. Truly broke my heart. It was so sweet. I love watching her dance. She just looks so happy and it's truly inspiring. My favorite song from Fromis has always been DKDK or Pitter Pat, whatever you want to call it. It was the first song I properly listened to by Fromis. Although I had heard Fun before, I never really paid much attention to it until after I listened to DKDK. This song is a masterpiece. It's iconic. It's a rush of serotonin to your veins. What isn't there to love? My least favorite title track from Fromis would probably have to be Fun. I actually love this song a lot, but it's probably the one I listen to least often simply because the chorus is just a tiny bit too repetitive for my liking. But like I said, I listen to it a lot, and the fact that they rhymed Ariana Grande with Jerry Only is enough to make this song nothing short of iconic. I simp for Fromis. Miss 𝐤𝐳 is my bias in 𝐤𝐳, however I'm very much OT5. I admire 𝐤𝐳 for her true versatility in the passion she portrays when performing on stage, but I feel a connection to all of the 5 girls almost equally, so choosing a bias was near impossible, and I still hesitate to say that I have a bias in 𝐤𝐳. Dalla Dalla will remain my favorite 𝐤𝐳 song possibly forever. It's not that I dislike their other title tracks. I just don't think that anything can top the iconic debut that was Dalla Dalla. Everybody knew it. She was uniqueness, nerve and talent. She was and still is the moment. My least favorite title track is Not Shy. I know this is probably a little controversial considering most people would choose I See Her instead, but I actually lost interest in Not Shy much quicker than I See. The bridge was fire, but the chorus fell flat in my opinion, and I would be quite happy to skip over it. My bias in 𝐈𝐧1 has been 𝐥𝐞𝐭 for some time now. I love her so much. Her voice is so mesmerizing and she always looks so cheerful and upbeat on stage. Even seeing her before or after their performance, she is always smiling and chatting to the others, and it's really endearing. I think she is an amazing performer and I wish the best for her in the future. Secret story of the Swan is literally laced with some kind of illegal drug. It had no business being that addicting. I know some people found it to be noisy, but I personally thought it was the perfect amount to not be overbearing or underwhelming. The bridge literally is my oxygen. Since I'm not including Japanese releases, my least favorite title track would have to be La 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 Vie en Rose. 𝐤𝐧𝐼 has no bad Korean title track, so this was very difficult to choose. However, this is probably the one I listen to least often, so therefore I have to put it at the bottom. My bias is Luna has been Heejin pretty much since day one. I love this girl so much. Her versatility shocks me every single time she performs on stage. I was definitely drawn to her straight away in Hi and Favorite when they first came out. I just remember thinking she was super cute and I was like, I wonder how she'd manage a different concept. Then Butterfly came out and I was like, damn, the versatility. I quickly wanted to mention that I'm not including Luna solos or unit title tracks, only full group comebacks. So my favorite song is still Hi to this day. I don't think anything will top this song. It just brings me so much joy whenever I listen to it. I listen to this song at least once a day. My least favorite song has to be Butterfly. I actually love this song. I think it's really powerful. I just don't listen to it as much as the others. I don't think I'm a big fan of choruses that are completely absent of vocals. Why Not would probably be my least favorite if it weren't for the bridge and Heejin and Hyunjin's part. My bias in Momoland shifts between Ahin and 𝐤𝐸, so I would say I'm double biased. 𝐤𝐸 had become my bias after Daisy left the group, as she was my original bias. Plus 𝐤 really stood out to me a lot of the time. Ahin really stood out to me in Ready or Not era. Not only is she absolutely stunning with blonde hair, but I felt like she really got a chance to shine on stage with there being less members. Not saying I'm glad there are less members. Of course I'm not, but I definitely think it gave her a chance to shine. Call me unoriginal. Call me a sheep. But Be Boom will forever be iconic and I will continue to listen to it and do the dance until the day I die. So naturally it remains as my favorite song. My least favorite song is difficult to choose. I would probably choose their debut song, which I know this robot voice is going to butcher the pronunciation of 𝐥𝐞𝐭'𝐬, because I rarely ever listen to it until it comes on shuffle. Obviously I can't choose a favorite or least favorite title tracks from Pixie because they just debuted and only have one song. However, I wanted to add them in here because they are part of my bias list. From the moment I listened to them and saw the music video, I knew they were going to climb high up on my bias list immediately. Not only is the song amazing, but the dance and performance is so artistic. I can't pick a bias as soon, of course, but if you'd like to see who I decide to bias and collect, you can follow my trade and sales Instagram, 𝐤𝐴. My bias in Red Velvet is 𝐟𝐢𝐧𝐝. She always draws my attention whilst she's performing. She's an amazing dancer and vocalist with so much charisma too. Red Velvet are not extremely high on my stan list, but I've always enjoyed their music and kept up with their comebacks. And 𝐟𝐢𝐧𝐝 catches my attention every time. My favorite song is undoubtedly Russian Roulette. I don't think this will change anytime soon. It's just so upbeat and catchy, and the dance is so addicting to do, even after TikTok tried to ruin it. Anyway. I tried to like this song. I really did. And I actually don't hate it very much compared to how much some other people hate it. It's just a big too much for me when it reaches the chorus. It's too repetitive to just be cute and catchy in my opinion. But I still listen to it from time to time. I know you got that boom. secret number are my girlies. I love them so much. They're so bright and full of charisma and personality, and I enjoy watching them perform and have fun, so it's so difficult to choose a bias. I'm very much OT5 and I'm looking forward to collecting OT5 for future comebacks. However, I would say if I had to pick a bias it would be 𝐤𝐤. It's so inspiring knowing how hard she worked to become an idol and how she always had a smile when performing. My favorite title song is Got That Boom, no questions asked. Literally song of the year. Nothing will ever outdo her. She is the moment. My bias in 17 shifts around a lot. I have kind of stand them on and off since 2017. However, my current bias is Dino. He's such a cutie, like wow, I'm a sucker for idols who smile a lot when performing, and Dino hits different every single time. As for my favorite title track, it has always been very nice or nice, whatever you want to call it. I am always attempting to do the dance. It's just so upbeat and suits the feel-good song so well. This song has consistently been on my playlists since 2017. It would have to be my least favorite 17 title track, as I never really listen to it. It's just a bit too loud and messy in the chorus, and to me it doesn't feel like a 17 track. I actually discovered taemin's solo work before I discovered 𝐤𝐤𝐲. I think Press Your Number was the first one I heard, and I've been a huge taemin stan ever since. So naturally soon after, when I started to listen to 𝐤𝐤𝐲, taemin became my bias in 𝐤𝐤𝐲 and has been ever since. As somebody who has danced for a large proportion of my life, taemin is my biggest idol and inspiration. I'm sorry, but how could I not choose Sherlock as my favorite song? It's so good and it's so iconic for a reason. I play it everybody and always singing the chorus at the most inconvenient time to my parents and brothers. My least favorite title track is 𝐤𝐤𝐲. Not for any specific reason. I actually like it a lot and listen to it every so often, but it's just so difficult to choose a least favorite title track from 𝐤𝐤𝐲 because they're all so good.
Just tell me what you waiting for. Baby, I've been waiting for.
My bias in 𝐸 is 𝐸. That wasn't funny, I'm so sorry. My favorite title track of 𝐸 is What You Waiting For. However, I can't call Birthday my least favorite because it's also so good. So I'm just not going to mention a least favorite. I'll just say that I love 𝐸 a lot and hope she comes back soon but rests well. 𝐸 really holds a special place in my heart. I think that 𝐥𝐞𝐭'𝐬 was one of the first female idol song I listened to and it stuck with me to this day. However, I would have to say that 𝐿 is my favorite title track of 𝐸's. It reminds me of such a nostalgic time, and the pre-chorus is a little masterpiece. My least favorite 𝐸 title track would have to be 𝐿𝐼𝐼. It just isn't my cup of tea. The chorus is too squeaky for my liking and it didn't really feel like a 𝐸 song. Choosing a favorite taemin song is literally like trying to choose a favorite organ. They all serve an individual purpose and I would suffer if one wasn't there. Part of me thinks it would be Danger, his debut solo song, if I'm not mistaken. It's so good and catchy and it's literally the perfect song to run to or to imagine you're in an action movie. Criminal, Move and Thirsty are all extremely close too. I'm sorry, but I refuse to choose a bad taemin title track. I know I could just pick the one I listen to less, but I can't bring myself to. They're all so perfect. I am a certified taemin simp, if you haven't already noticed that.
Let's dance the night away. Let's dance the night away.
Since twice are not very high on my stan list, my bias tends to change quite often. As of now, my bias is Sana. She's so cute. I was watching old videos of her fancoms dancing to Dance the Night Away and it just made me go into full simp mode. Not to mention her fan interactions are always so cute. Speaking of Dance the Night Away, it remains as my favorite Twice song. It has been since it came out. Controversial maybe, but it's just so catchy. I like everybody in my friend group and even my wider friend circle knows the song and dance just from me and my friend doing it so much. It is the summer bops of all summer bops. Others wish they could be like her. Do I even need to explain myself here? I don't know what was going on when Knock Knock came out, but I'm thinking JYP must have knocked his head off a wall a few times to think this was a good idea. Text are quite new to my stan list, but I think my bias would have to be Taehyun. He always stood out to me the most each time I watched them perform. However, I'm not going to say this is a definite since they're quite new to my stan list and things could easily change. I'm very torn between Blue Hour and Runaway here, but at the minute I would have to say my favorite is Blue Hour. It's been on repeat ever since it came out and genuinely brings me to much joy whenever I listen to it, and I have a tendency to listen to very happy upbeat songs the most. I know people seem to either love or hate this. For me, I unfortunately hate it. I don't see the appeal in the heavy auto-tune and the little barking. Like, I'm sorry, I don't judge. If you wanna bark, bark all you please, but I just don't like it in the song. If you stayed until the end, wow, my opinions really aren't that interesting, but thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and respectfully share your opinions.